All right. Remember a couple weeks ago when I told you that my best friend, one of my very best friends in the world, was applying for a PhD in philosophy, and she sent me her application essay. Well, she got in! She got into her first choice school. I'm screaming because I'm so excited. Got into her first choice school with money, funding to help her do it. And I'm like, Black woman getting a PhD in philosophy and a Black woman getting a PhD in philosophy who wants to talk about race and racism within that. I'm so excited. So anyway, shout out. I'm not going to say your name out loud because you may not want me to, but I'm so proud of you and I love you so much. Congratulations. Last weekend, Mama Trudy and I went to go see this great play called The Ice Cream Gene by Susan Ito, and it is about the transracially adopted experience. And the play starts off when Susan is meeting her birth mother for the first time. So already there's all this tension at the top of the play, and I'm like, I understand that, what it feels like to have tension at the top of your play. So do you do this when you're watching another performer at the top of a play? You're just feeling like all the feels, everything they're going through at that moment. You're like, oh my God, so much pressure. But that's how she starts the show. And then she takes us on the journey of finding her birth mother. And it's so moving and touching. And so if it comes near you anywhere, I'll put a link to her website and her information. Go see it. It was just lovely. Okay, so I think I told you about Lila Greenberg, who has come on to help us book One Drop of Love, and she's amazing. I can't believe the amount of work she's done. So she's helping me fulfill all of those goals that I talked about in each video. She has sent out a bunch of emails both to new places to kind of pitch the show and also doing outreach to people in Mesa. And I got tickets for her to come to Mesa. So she's going to come to Mesa. Chandra's already in Phoenix, so we're all gonna hang out together. We're gonna do, hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to do like a little one-drop retreat session and do some strategic planning. I'm really excited to have her there, and I think it's gonna be a great way to kind of incorporate her into the show, and she can see how things go in different cities, because she saw it in Cambridge, which is like where we get so much support and love and amazing, but to see it in another city is just, it's a whole different experience. Chandra booked the show in a high school. Thank you, Chandra! So in a high school in Tempe, Arizona. So I'll give you details on that. I want to say how much I love working with women. I love men, and there are a lot of men that I really, really love and I respect and I think are great. But I guess there's something incredible and moving about working with women, because I think we are not always expected to take charge, especially in the business sense, and really make things happen. And seeing how much these two women are working on behalf of the show, which it also means working on behalf of social justice, on behalf of encouraging people to share their stories and melding historical context all together with sharing your story. It's just amazing, and I feel so grateful to have them and to be working with them. So shout out to women. Work with women. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. All right, I want to talk to you about your day job. So if you don't know, if you're not an artivist or an actor or performer, a lot of us, obviously we have to pay the bills, and you will, without question, when you're starting off and for a very long time and perhaps forever, you will have to do something that is not directly acting related in order to survive. And so a lot of actors I know work in restaurants, work in, they're bartenders, hosts, and I've done some of that too. But I also have to say that I probably have, well, I'm biased, but I think one of the best possible day jobs for an actor, which is that I teach ESL. And I teach at a community college nearby, and it is so incredibly rewarding. My students are from all over. The area where I teach is predominantly Armenian, so a lot of them are Armenian. We also recently have a huge influx of Syrian students, and working with them first of all, makes me constantly grateful for the life that I have and the life that I'm able to choose, knowing what they are coming from and knowing what they've experienced in their countries and their reasons behind needing to come here. Also, I love that they don't give a crap about Hollywood. And as much as I will admit that there are, in many ways, I am driven by getting validation from this system that sometimes I hate and sometimes I want to be a part of because I want to change it. I love that when I walk into that classroom and I say something like, does anybody hear about this Oscar so white? And they're like, we don't know, we don't care, we need to feed our children. It's refreshing to be reminded that there are more important things than just being considered for an Oscar. Much more important things. They're just beautiful people. Not to mention, by the way, I highly recommend this job. So I teach English as a second language. It is a perfect job for theater actors because first of all, my class is 55 students, so I have to project. It's a huge class. I have to project. I have to protect my voice. I also am performing for the classes 3 hours in this session, 3.5 in our longer sessions. And so I am performing the whole time, which means I have to make the class entertaining. So I'm using my skills of being an entertaining, energetic person to get this lesson across. And I have to say, there's no question in my mind that has been incredibly helpful for me in thinking about how to keep the audience interested, how to have the audience interact within the play and feel like they are a part of this journey that we're going on. So I'm so grateful for that job. It's really, truly, I feel so incredibly fortunate for that to be my day job. Okay, here's the hard thing about being an artivist. We talked about marketing, which is really hard. The other thing is being a business person. Somebody told me once, a therapist told me, all is fair in business. Oh, and it was such a hard lesson to learn because I've worked with folks who didn't have integrity in business dealings, and that just hurt my heart so much. And I was like, how can this be? And she said, look, if you're interested in being in business, profit business, because yes, I would like to make money from my art, and which sustains me to continue to do what I think is important in the world, but all is fair in that. And I thought, okay, so I can still be committed to maintaining my integrity and being fair with other people, but I also have to accept that there are lots and lots of folks out there who are not going to be fair and who don't care about advancing justice for other people. And so all to say that I worked on accounting this week, and it's not fun. So I have to do W-9s and 1099s for folks that worked on One Drop this year, and I'm so proud that I was able to pay some people some money for working on the show. But it's a lot of work, and I guess I would just encourage you to learn how to do all of that up front and be really organized about who you pay and when and for what. That's what I'm doing. That'll be in my goals for 2016, because I did okay with it, but I could have done a lot better. I applied to 2 more film festivals this week. I applied to the Oaxaca Film Festival and to Real Sisters, so I'll keep you posted on those. I also heard from one film festival, the DC, and it's called the DC Independent Film Festival. We didn't get into that. It's all good. It's all good. We'll just keep waiting to see how things go. I got asked to potentially assistant direct a show at the Boston Court Theater. I read the script. I'm gonna meet with the director this weekend, and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, oh my gosh. Tonight, Mama Trudy, Carol Banker, and I are going to see Sarah Jones in Sell by Date. Sarah Jones, you probably know who she is if you're following this channel. She was a huge inspiration for One Drop. I'll put links to her incredible TED Talk and other work of hers. I want to learn from her, and so if there's any way I can even just shake her hand tonight, I will. But we're going to see her tonight, and I'll let you know how that goes next week. She is a true artivist. She tells it like it is. She tells true stories, and her goal is always to make positive change. And that's what I want to do. So I cannot wait. I can't wait. Okay, goals this week. This week, I want to have at least one new venue booked for One Drop. So I'll let you know how that goes. What are your goals? What are you going to accomplish this week? Write it in the comments or make a video, tag me in the video, whatever. But also, as I said at the top, what is your day job? Let's talk about what we all do, and do we love it? And if we don't love it, let's talk about other things we can do so we are enjoying life until we can sustain ourselves as artivists. Shout outs to Crystalline and Catherine, new subscribers to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Catherine and I were great friends at University of Michigan, and something that makes me so happy is when folks that I've done theater with long ago are still doing it. She's an actor. She's done lots of TV. Check out her reel and her clips at her YouTube channel. Homegirl is working. She's a working actor. Okay, so let's work together. Let's make things happen, you all. Keep me posted. I'll keep you posted. Have a wonderful week. Kick butt. Work with women. Work with women. I'll talk to you next week. All right. Bye-bye.